with Unc, and this is Steamer Clamming 101. We're in the Willapa Bay, and for today's adventure we have a claw, a bucket, muck boots, and our chihuahua in the activities bag. So now that you know what you need, go ahead and we'll meet you down there. Alright, so one of the first things you're going to want to do when you first get here is get salt water for your clams. You don't want to carry them around in an empty bucket. So the easiest way to do that is to get a smaller bucket, find a tide pool, and you want to get as clean as water as you can. If you can't find a tide pool, you can walk out to the water's edge, but it's usually a long ways out there. So the smaller bucket will help you fill your big one. Alright, now let's go dig some clams. Okay, so we're walking out and my wife managed to find 3 already, just on the surface. No walking or no tools necessary, but we're going to measure them up. And as you can see, it touches both sides of my little ring. So we're going to put that in the bucket. This one measures as well. So into the bucket they go. This guy is just a little bit small. He doesn't quite touch the sides. So you don't have to bury him or do anything. You just give him a toss back. And if you can't find him on the surface, what you're going to want to do is take your claw and just rake. You're not looking for holes, you're not looking for anything specific, you're just kind of raking, and you're not digging very deep. They'll be right on the top and you'll feel them hit your rake like that in the sand, and then you measure them. Tell you this guy's just a little too small, so you throw them back, but they're out here. You just got to rake around. If you're not finding any, you can always move to another spot. The limit on these is 40 per person, and they have to be 1.5 inches wide. Well, I'm going to go ahead and dig for them. We'll be back with you guys in a minute. Little lean cod, little mudfish. Woo! Little mudfish, we'll throw them in some water. Things you find. There you go, little buddy. Alright guys, so we're back. We've been out here about an hour. And we are going to count and rinse off our clams. Put them in the bucket of fresh water, which we got earlier. next to a little tide pool here. You want to keep your water as clean as possible while doing this. Cleaner the water, better off you are. This is a monster clam. This is probably the biggest type of steamer I've gotten. He's probably about 2.5 inches. I don't know the weight, but this is a new PB for me on steamer clams. Rivaled close to the one that my wife dug. Leave a comment down below letting us know who you think dug the bigger clam. 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. This is why you always double count. We're 4 over, so I'm just gonna let these guys go. This has been Outdoors with Unc, reminding you go outside. It's good for your soul. Alright, so we're on the other side of the bay. This is kind of bonus footage for sticking around. And what we're doing over here is getting another bucket full of clean water. And the reason why you're going to want to do that is because later on, you're going to want to clean the clams from the water that they're in into the new bucket, allowing them to work out some of that sand and grit. This makes for a much cleaner clam and better tasting clam if you don't clean them at all.